Okay guys, in today's lessons, we're going to go over how to find domain and range of a given graph, okay? So let's look at the first graph right here. So in the other lessons, I show you how to find domain and range, but today one of the graphs is going to be different, okay? So let's look at this one right here. This is part A and B, kind of like a review. So first we're going to highlight our graph. So domain means the x values, right? So we highlight the one that's furthest to the left and furthest to the right. So the left hand side starts at -4, it's right here, -4, and ends at positive 3. So -4 ends at 3. So at -4, you notice you don't see a dot, an open dot or closed dot. We assume it is a closed dot. So if it's a closed dot, it's a bracket, okay? And if it's an open dot at 3, you see right here at 3, it's an open dot, so that's going to be parentheses, okay? And then we'll do the same thing for range. For range, it's going to be furthest, like top and bottom, so furthest, lowest of the graph, and highest of the graph. So lowest is -5, and high is +5. And if you look at it carefully, it's open dots right here and open dots right here. So it's going to be parentheses and parentheses. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Domain for part B. Furthest left, furthest to the right. So it starts at -3 and ends at 3. And if you look at it, there's no dots. It's always a close if you don't see any dots. So it's going to be a bracket for both. Okay? And then for range, it's going to be highest and lowest. So the lowest is -4 and the highest at 3. And again, if you don't see open or close, it's always close. Okay, number 3. We're going to do the same thing. Lowest, furthest to the left and furthest to the right. So on the left hand side, it starts at -4, and the right hand side, and if you look carefully at the right hand side, you say, oh, probably stop at 5, right? But it's not, because of this arrow right here. That means it keep on going and going towards the right hand side. It doesn't stop. So if you put 5, it's wrong, because it doesn't stop at 5. So since it doesn't stop, we say it's positive infinity, okay? And at 4, it's parentheses. At infinity, we always use a parentheses, not a bracket. Okay, let's look at the range. The range is top and bottom. So bottom right here, top is right here. So bottom, we start at 1. And top, you probably say at 4, but it's not, because look at this right here. This arrow indicating that keep on going and going. So it doesn't stop, keep on going up. So that means it's infinity, okay? And so at 1, it's bracket, and infinity is parentheses. Okay, let's move on to the last 3. Domain, this is left and this is right. So furthest left is -2, right, furthest to the right is 2. And since we don't see open or closed dot, we assume it's closed, and that's your answers. For the range is top, bottom, and top. So right here starts at 0 and ends at what? 4, right? And again, we don't see if it's closed or open, we assume it's closed. Okay, so let's look at this right here. This is domain, left and right. So here, it has arrows, right? So that means it keep on going towards the left-hand side, and the other side right here, keep on going towards the right. So the arrows indicate it doesn't stop. So since to the left-hand side, keep on going towards the left, it's negative infinity. And then towards the right, it's positive infinity. So since it's infinity, we use parentheses. And then for this one's right here, it's furthest to the top and bottom. Bottom, right here it's an arrow, it keep on going down, you see that? And then here to the top it keep on going up, going towards down. So it's negative infinity and positive infinity as well. So for a line, the Riemann range is the same. Okay, let's look at part F. Left, right. So right here, furthest to the left, you see the arrows? That means it keep on going towards the left, and then here arrows keep on going towards the right. So it doesn't stop either to the left or to the right. So that means it's negative infinity to positive infinity. Parenthesis, parenthesis. And here, for range, it starts here and then right here. So it starts at negative 5. And then for the top part, notice it had arrows right here. That tells us to keep on going up and up. So it doesn't stop, right? So we use infinity. So at negative 5 is a bracket and infinity is parenthesis. And that's it for today's lesson.